Hello, Lobo fans. Welcome into your Lobo Coaches Show with head football coach at UNM, Danny Gonzalez. I'm Robert Portnoy. Coach G, wow, congratulations. The win in Fresno, the first since your true freshman year, 1994. Only the second time it's ever happened. The Lobos have gone there and won. What a day for your team.
They played great, resilient. I mean, because we shot ourselves in the foot early, and we were able to overcome it. And it's kind of what I've been preaching. I mean, I think this team can be a good football team. And we made enough plays in those moments. I mean, there's a window there. We throw an interception, we force a fumble on the same play and get it back. 5 plays later, we throw another interception. And we were actually able to overcome it. So the resilience of this team was great, and the mental toughness, and I mean, you've got a chance to change the program with something like that.
How cool that we're sitting here today talking like this, because I can remember asking you specifically last week, Coach, that there have been segments of games where you've been a good football team, but you haven't been able to sustain for 60 minutes, save for the game perhaps against Hawaii. And we agreed that it was the ability to overcome mistakes and not have them compound themselves that was the difference. And you guys did exactly that on Saturday.
We did. We were able to overcome a punt return. We were able to overcome a couple of turnovers, which we hadn't been able to do. And like every Lobo fan, I was looking at the Hawaii game thinking, well, maybe Hawaii just isn't that good. We caught them on a bad day. Fresno State's a really good football team, and we caught them on a day where we played really good, and our league is very comparable, and we came out on top.
How about an offense that for the last 2 years had been at the bottom of the country, puts up 500 yards on a really good defense?
And ran for over 300, which is even more impressive. I mean, Bill's special, but those 5 guys up front did a great job. And Devin and Dylan, they stayed healthy because of them.
Okay. We're going to take our first time out. We come back with highlights of the first half of the Lobos' win in Fresno. That's next on your Lobo Coaches Show. We're back on your Lobo Football Coaches Show with the head football coach at New Mexico, Danny Gonzalez. And let's get into first half highlights. The Lobos went to Fresno and won for the first time since 1994.
We didn't win the toss, so you don't know whether we were going to defer or not. But they kicked it out of bounds, and we took the ball at 35-yard line and struck gold on the first play.
Big one over the top to Caleb Medford, coach, and it just keeps happening. That connection between Dylan and Caleb is awesome.
It is. I mean, Caleb has really progressed from game to game. He's one of the elite receivers in the Mountain West now, which is awesome to have on our team. We had packages for Devin all night long, and there was opportunities. And it wasn't just down by the goal line, it was throughout the field. This one right here, I thought Andrew got pushed into the receiver that they call the block on. Now we do have a play where the tight end runs behind the line of scrimmage. It wasn't that one, but they kind of forced the pick right there. Andrew does a great job on those routes. They called it, so we ended up settling for 3.
Nice to see Drizwicki hit one from that left hash, coach. He'd missed a couple left from that spot in previous games.
He did, and a couple that would have kept games closer that we could have had a chance to win at the end. So I was glad to see him hit both of them on Saturday night. The first drive, we had them into a 3rd and 6. We're going to get into a 3rd and 6 right here. We come off on coverage where you should see Derek Moore's chasing him. Dante shouldn't come off. And they end up getting over the top for 53 yards, which was disappointing, especially on the first drive, because we got him into a 3rd down. And then this is a really nice play right here by Jamarius Lewis. We're in straight man coverage. That's his guy, man-to-man, and he met him over the top of the pile. Really disappointed right here because we should have had a sack there. We should have a sack right here. Don't ever stop your feet. I mean, we talk about not breaking down. If Tate wouldn't have broke down right there, he would have sacked him it would have been 3rd and 9 at the 9-yard line. Instead, Logan Fife makes a great play, and he did. He got the ball on the pylon.
Crazy how close that was, and you guys almost forced perhaps a field goal attempt. You just keep taking shots, and this one, I thought you had it, Coach.
Well, this is one of those 50-50 balls that Caleb needs to jump up there and take out of the air. It hit his hands. The DB made a nice play and hit him in the back. Didn't come up with it. So we got into a 2nd and 10, didn't convert, got to 3rd and long. I'm okay with those ever. I mean, we can do that. We need to take our shots, and we have the really good 2nd and 10 game plan, which we executed most of the night. But here we go again. We punt the ball. We had 2 gunners. I thought one of them got hit in the back. Didn't call it. We don't seem to get those calls. We need to make our own luck. And then it looked like we just missed on one of them, so they get the ball down all the way to the 22-yard line. And I thought this set the tone for the rest of the night for defense. Now, we're going to give up another touchdown here in a minute. But coming out here and getting this stop, and then he had made 8 in a row. So him to miss that, I mean, okay, 7-3, we're good. And our sideline felt that way the whole night.
You were mixing things up defensively on them all night. It felt like you had their offense a little bit off balance the entire evening.
We did. We kind of talked them out of running the football, even though when you've got guys from tackle to tackle and nobody in there, they didn't know who to pick up. So we didn't, and then Logan didn't feel comfortable all night. This was another one. That was a great catch by Jeremiah, good throw by Dylan. They called hands to the face. I didn't think it was on game day after reviewing the film. He did pull on his face mask, so that was the right call. And then this was a big run right here by Dylan. Now we're not going to convert, but he was able to change the field. We did a nice job right here. We get him to fair catch. Now, this was probably the most disappointing series on defense because we're going to make an assignment error right here on 2nd and 14. We should have a Lobo playing over the middle, and Derek Moore, a true freshman, made a mistake and was playing a deep third coverage, which allowed them to convert. And then this was a holding penalty. I mean, we're still killing ourselves with situations like that. And then the deep over route. This was good design. This normally is the backside guy coming across. Delana was the near side receiver, ran like a post corner, came back, and they were able to get us down there, and then they put the ball in the end zone. 14-3, and I'm sure a lot of Lobo fans were like, here we go again. And I don't think our sideline ever felt that way. And I thought this was a great answer by the offense to go down here and kick a field goal.
And you said, I believe, that you felt the way that you guys transitioned from Wednesday to Thursday in practice got you into a position to be able to respond to this adversity.
You know, we had some bickering in practice on Wednesday between some of the guys, and some of the older guys squashed it. And hearing them talk about how all we need is each other, we need to stick together, fight, persevere, I think it translated into this happening on Saturday. Now this sneak right here, little, I guess tush push you want to call it, with Bruck. And then Dylan did a nice job because they had him stoned, and Dylan got up there and got a little bit, and we were able to get the 1.5 yards we needed for the first down to extend the drive. Nice run right here by Jacory. I mean, he runs violent, but he can make you miss in the hole now.
Gosh, it's unbelievable what he does, Coach. I can recall a 3rd down conversion a couple weekends ago where he made 2 guys miss in the hole. He's special.
He is. Now that was a big play right there. We got him into 3rd and, we got the field goal. We got him 14-6. And then we came out on defense, and we're going to start a string of 3 and outs right here. They tried to scramble for the 4th down, held them to a punt. And then we had a couple opportunities right here. Now, Alec was a little bit late getting his block right there. We had a 4-man wall set up to the field. There was nobody out there. But Hicks called the fair catch. He made the right decision to get the football for our team. And then that was a really nice run to start there by Jacory.
Jacory would go on to his first career 200-plus yard day. And when you're running the ball like that, you're going to get guys running free downfield like this.
Yeah, that's the epitome. I agree, but that stop right there, they didn't even tackle Jeremiah, and they blew the whistle. So sometimes the game gets soft, but it is what it is. What a great job by Andrew Erickson. Look at him hit the turbo right there and knock those 2 guys off. That reminded me of the movie Remember the Titans. You got Sunshine running down the sideline. Watch Andrew right here. You're going to see Andrew. I mean, it's a great cut by Bill. So give Bill the credit he deserves. But watch 11 right there. Watch him turn on the turbo boost all of a sudden, and then bam, 1. Bam, 2, he enabled Jacory to get into the end zone.
This is just the first of 2 full field length runs that Erickson made in this game that were absolutely critical. And there'll be another one coming up.
His effort, attitude, and want to is what we want our team to be about. I thought this was a huge play by Jeremiah Lewis. I mean, we had him in the 3rd and 10. He made a play for a 2-yard loss. Almost threw a pick right there right before the half where we got off the field. We escaped it. We took one more little chance to see if we could get in field goal position by popping a run. We weren't able to, so we moved on.
You know, thinking about Jamarius Lewis, Coach, there have been some occasions where maybe an assignment error or something like that, but boy, he is a tremendous tackler from that wolf safety
He's
position.
aggressive. He comes downhill with a purpose. He made a bunch of, the mistake on Saturday looked like it was Jamarius. It was not. And sometimes it looks like that because he's the closest one to him chasing him. It actually wasn't his guy. His guy was in the middle of the field. He came off because he saw nobody running with him. We can't make those mistakes. We were able to overcome it against a good team this time. We haven't been able to do that all season.
Okay, we're going to take time out. We come back on the other side. Second half highlights. The Lobos come from behind and beat Fresno on their field. We're back on your Lobo Coaches Show with the head football coach at New Mexico, Danny Gonzalez. The Lobos down a couple points at the break. Let's get to second half highlights of a win in Fresno.
I thought this huge. Now, I wasn't happy with our depth of the kickoffs, but our kickoff team did a great job the majority of the night getting them down in there. They were physical. They were flying around. Now, we get a targeting right here, which gave them great field position right here on Jalen Morgan, who was just playing his tail off. Unfortunate, but I thought this series right here was going to set the tone for the rest of the game. Dante, there was a breakup. There's the one that tied it. He had an opportunity to intercept that ball. It goes right through his hands and get a pick six. but just hasn't been our luck this year for those plays. But that was a great play of getting off the field, and I thought it set the tone for our football team for the rest of the half.
You're in the stretch here of 6 consecutive 3-and-outs, and it sets the table for you guys to do what you're doing on offense.
It did, and our guys were so hungry. Now you're going to see Andrew Erickson come around the corner right here. You're going to see him take off from the backside of the screen, and there he is right there. There's the turbo stick again, and what a great play to knock that ball out. And DJ was able to fall on it, so we get the ball first down, reset the downs on the 14-yard line, and Dylan got his clock cleaned on the return. Didn't phase him. Got back up. I mean, look at all the white shirts chasing him, trying to keep him out of the end zone. I was worried about they're going to let him score. And then we're going to get about another 5 plays. Andrew did a really nice job himself coming in for Jacory and between the two of them. But the knucklehead right here is going to throw another one. This one might be the one. No, this was a good run by Dylan right here. I mean, Dylan did a nice job all night long of keeping plays alive. I think he saw Devin in Boise and didn't want them to think Devin was the only one that could do it. Ball should have been caught by Caleb. It did go off his hands, and that was a nice play by the DB. But once again, we came out with a mission. Shot play, we're in good position. I didn't like the call. He didn't impede the receiver, but they called it anyway. And we were in position on the shot play. Second play, they tried another shot play, didn't work. And then we did a really nice job. I mean, that was a great play by Destin Gaynor. A really nice job by Cy Riley. We were really physical on that play, and we got him into a third down. And then here we go again, Dante with a great play on the sideline. There's the record breaker too. I mean, what a nice pass defended by Dante. Got his hand on the ball, knocked him out of bounds. I mean, that was outstanding play right there by Dante to set the career record and get us off the field after the turnover.
So he's the all-time leader in the history of Lobo football in pass breakups, passing a legend, Glover Quinn, on that list. That's a 10-year NFL guy and a Pro Bowler.
And that's what an awesome accomplishment. Nobody can ever take that away. Somebody's going to have to get 33 to break his record. Now, this was another start to some unbelievable offense right here. 3 drives inside the 10-yard line that we're going to take 90-plus yards for touchdowns. And that was, I mean, look at Roger Craig right there with the high knees. I mean, Bill is he is aggressive, doing a great job running the football. I mean, he's an all-conference back in my opinion.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, Coach. And I think he sets the tone for your backfield. And you wouldn't think of Andrew Henry being as physical as Bill. It doesn't quite have the size, but you saw the way he finished that run.
Oh, Andrew did a nice job of lowering his head and trying to get positive yards all night long. I mean, nice little cut right there, got back, took care of the football. Our ball security was significantly better this week. Big play right here by Dylan, nice stiff arm. This is where he got his elbow banged up a little bit though right here. I mean, you can see him kind of wince his hand. Devin had to come in and finish the drive, and what a great run right here by Jacory to get in the end zone. I mean, Bill, he's coming, Dontrell.
I don't know if you've ever had that, Coach, where that ulnar nerve gets zinged. You can't feel your ring finger. You can't feel your pinky finger, and it feels like the whole half of your forearm is gone.
I've got my funny bone hit before, but never to where it went numb like what Dylan had on Saturday. He was good on Sunday, which was great. And then Devin, you should have heard him giving Jeremiah a heck for dropping that pass right there, because that was a great scheme design. Devin put the ball right where it needed to be, and then they end up with that one right there. That was the only positive play they had in the second half, minus the field goal drive. Now this is a really nice job by Kyler Drake right here getting through. We were getting pressure, and the quarterbacks did not feel comfortable all night long. Our guys did a great job of getting through the line, getting to the quarterback, and giving him no windows to throw the ball to get rid of it.
You guys got a really nice rotation going on the D-line in this game, didn't you?
We did, between Destin Gaynor, Gabe, Tyler Keeney, Kyler Drake, who you saw there, Joe Mays. We had some guys, and we kept them fresh, and I thought it really helped as the game went along. We had a holding penalty right there on the punt return. The guy came and attacked Alec. Alec kind of got rid of him. They called him holding for throwing him down. So we get back up to the 3-yard line, and here we go again. 97 yards. I mean, Bill bouncing off everybody, even our own guys. But we're going to go 97 yards for the touchdown, and what a great drive led by Devin.
I'll tell you what, when you're running the ball the way you were in this game, Coach, being backed up against your own goal line doesn't feel the same. You don't have any worry about dropping a quarterback into the end zone. Hand it off. We're just going to maul you.
Yep. Every first drive we started down there, we handed off to Bill and got a first down, which was awesome. That was a big 3rd and 2 pickup right there. Now Devin, once again, making things happen with his feet. Jeremiah was not a part of the read on that route. The concept, they had closed the backside window, so Devin just kept it alive. And when he saw Jeremiah coming across, all the receivers know that if they just keep staying alive, Devin can find them.
Hicks, just a couple of catches in this game. coach, but you said it was his ability to do the other things, to open it up for other teammates that made this happen.
Well, we made Maurice Norris Jr. chase him around like a silly cycle going back and forth, and Jeremiah did a great job. And then obviously that play right there by Devin, I mean, we have a quarterback draw. He does have a read of a vertical, but when you drop the ball and you pick it up and just chuck it for a touchdown, I mean, sometimes players just make plays. Great job right here by Hunter Rapolo. I mean, we sent to 5-man pressure. He was able to ricochet off the inside shoulder of the tackle, and we didn't miss. We got in the backfield and we actually made plays instead of earlier in the season we get back there, have the quarterback wrapped up, and he'd squirt around and complete the ball.
I'm so glad he got the jersey or the chest plate or something, and not the horse collar too. I was so worried when he spun him around.
It looked like it, but he did. He had him right around the chest, and then we got him to a 3 and out, and punt the ball, and then here we go again offensively, moving the ball again right down the field.
Your offense completely controlled this game in the second half with its ability to run the ball. And then you do a really nice job here with the pin punt. I know Aaron sacrificed a little bit because he's got such a booming leg, but he's doing what you need him to do right now. It's awesome.
You know, a 35 to 40 yard net, and if we're playing good enough defense, we can stop them. Now, we were probably a little bit passive here as far as I knew they had already used the one timeout. So we weren't going to give up a big play and let them get back in the game instantly. We gave up some underneath stuff. The clock continued to run for the majority of this drive. Now this one hurt my feelings because we got a 3rd and 7 where we jumped offside and we hadn't done that all night long. We could have got off the field right there or put them in a 4th down situation to get off the field. Extended to a 3rd and 2. We play a little bit soft on the 3rd and 2 right here up on the top half. On the bottom half down here. They convert the 1st down. Another great tackle by Jermarius Lewis. The clock is still running. We did get Mikey, this is Mikey Keene now in the ball game. We did have him just as uncomfortable as Logan Fife, which was great. We get him into a situation where they're going to have to settle for the field goal. I thought this might have been the biggest play of the game on defense. Zach Morris with a great seam fade PBU that kept him from converting the 1st down. Make a nice tackle right here on third down to get him into 4th. They decided to kick the field goal and try the onside kick, and really nice job on the defense and not giving up a touchdown and getting off the field.
Yeah, fantastic. And then you guys are in perfect position. I love Dimitri Johnson. Really aggressive, big high bounce. Go get it. Don't wait. Just go get it.
Fearless. He wasn't waiting to see what happened. He saw the ball. He attacked it, put it right in his hands. So that hurt Alec Marenko's feelings because he claims that he has the best hands on the team, and Dimitri kind of took that from him right now until they prove otherwise. And then I thought this drive, basically it was, all right, Devin, you're going to run quarterback zone. We're going to block with 10 guys and see if they can stop you. Don't lose the football. And we were able to convert a 1st down, get into victory formation, and come back home to Albuquerque with the win.
So impressive. And speaking of Devin Dampier, the play that was really the clincher, the beautiful throw, it looked like a perfectly designed fade to Caleb Medford. He said, so he drops the low snap, he looks up, and he's staring at the corner, and the corner's looking right back at him, and he knew he had him.
It's one of those deals that you got to let playmakers make plays, because the whole situation right there was, let's get a field goal, let's extend the score a little bit, and we were able to get a touchdown out of it, and that's a great throw by Devin and a great job by Caleb Medford catching the football.
And the other part of it is Caleb's job, the receiver's job, is just to clear everybody out for the
Correct.
Quarterback draw. But he's not just going through the motions. He's running hard. That's why you can make that play.
I said it earlier, when Devin's in there, you never know what's going to happen, and I think those guys believe it. So he might throw it to him, and sure enough, there's even more proof. So now you're going to have the other ones, hey, give me my shot too. It's pretty neat when you have somebody like that. And Dylan's the same way. Dylan can keep plays alive, he showed, and it was good for us on Saturday.
All right, the Lobos win in Fresno. We'll put a ribbon on that victory next. We'll also take a peek to the Black Friday affair at University Stadium against Utah State next. Back to close out this edition of your Lobo Coaches Show. I'm Robert Portnoy with the head football coach at New Mexico, Danny Gonzalez. So, Coach G, you win in Fresno. You pick up your 4th win. First 4-win season for the Lobos since 2016. How happy for your guys were you, and what was that locker room like?
Really proud of the coaches, really proud of the players. I thought everybody fought through the adversity of the previous 2 weeks because those scores were ugly, and people were starting to think, well, maybe they're not a competitive team, and I didn't believe that at all. I thought we had the makings of a good team if we could put it all together like we did against Hawaii, and I think the Hawaii holds true now even more so that we're able to do it against a quality opponent like Fresno.
And we've seen Hawaii beat quality opponents as well, so we know that they're a good team. Okay, So New Mexico now will finish at home. It's a Black Friday affair at University Stadium, a 1:30 kickoff against Utah State, and your good friend, Blake Anderson.
Well, he texted me congratulations on Saturday, and I said, let's make a deal. You don't throw, and I won't blitz. And so he gave me the green check mark. So one of us will be lying, I'm sure, on Friday. So we'll see what happens.
They're both lying. So, Coach, what are the keys against Utah State?
Well, once again, we can't give up big plays and hurt ourselves. They use the whole entire field, 53 1/3 yards wide. They put the receivers all over the place. But they run the ball out of that stuff, and they are very balanced 50-50. They'll run for 200 and throw for 200. I mean, that's the idea behind their offense, and Blake's the play caller and does a great job. You know, it's like going against your older brother. I mean, he helped train me as a young coach, and so it'll be fun on Friday.
Another thing they do is run tempo. Now, you guys got a little taste of it. Fresno was going fast at the start of that game.
They did early on, and we had some stuff that I think caused them some problems, so they tried to slow it down to see what they could figure out. Obviously, Utah State will practice what we did against Fresno because we've had success with it twice now. So you can't give them the same game plan. I mean, if you do, they'll practice all week and they'll tear you up. So we'll have to come up with a new wrinkle. I mean, Tyler's been really good in the middle all year, so we'll see what happens.
We have at least one more of these, Coach, and we'll see what happens after Black Friday. Best of luck against Utah State.
I appreciate it. We need to keep it going. We had a letdown after Hawaii. We can't have one this week.
Okay, let's see if the Lobos can do that. For Frank Mercogliano, Chase Christensen, and Coach Gonzalez, I'm Robert Portnoy. So long, and go Lobos.